So the second charter that I would like to speak about today focuses on the impact of climate change on food safety, sustainability, security, and nutrition. And the context for this project, which is project number 9, is how can we feed a large and geographically dispersed human population in the midst of unpredictable climate conditions? And the figure shown on the right-hand side of this slide, it was taken from a 2012 paper that looked at climate change and food security with a focus on developed countries. And you can see here that climate change is driven both by natural events as well as by anthropogenic or human-associated events, and leads to a variety of environmental impacts. Now, of course, those environmental impacts affect many different systems, but our focus here in this particular project is on agriculture and food production and processing. Those effects in turn move on to specific effects on food that affect human health, both affecting or impacting the incidence of infectious and non-infectious diseases. I do want to point out that the impacts of climate change on the food supply are likely to have greater impact on vulnerable populations and on developing countries. And these oftentimes lack the financial resources and infrastructure to effectively deal with these issues. But that is an important consideration in the Ilsi Charter, that we will indeed focus on these populations and these types of living conditions. So what are our proposed objectives and activities for this project? Again, it falls into 3 categories. We intend to network by identifying representative experts in diverse fields, and that can include nutrition, microbiology, toxicology, certainly environmental sciences, all aspects of ag and public health, and others too, if relevant. And these individuals will serve in an advisory capacity to this project. In our scoping phase, we will produce a systematic review of current understanding and emerging concerns about the role of global climate change in all of these issues associated with food safety, sustainability, security, and nutrition. And based on our scoping, we intend to strategize by identifying novel ways to integrate food safety, nutrition, and sustainability into the global climate change research agenda, which is likely to be blossoming and growing considerably over the next 20 years. In this case, our outcomes, impacts, and global reach are quite similar to the previous project, project number 8. And so I'll go through this slide relatively quickly. Certainly through its worldwide network, Ilsi can help us foster interdisciplinary collaborations, which are critical to the success of this charter. Industry representation allows us to work within the confines of what is relevant and practical to implement, and yet still address the issue of climate change and the food supply. Ilsi has the capability to sponsor meetings, white papers, and issue scoping funding. And we're hopeful that future research needs and agendas will be informed by the activities of this project. That is both Ilsi research agendas as well as national and international agendas, resulting in high impact projects that address this nexus between climate change, food safety, security, sustainability, and nutrition.